A handbag can make you look younger and more elegant, or it can weigh you down and make you look dated. We've all seen it. You're out at the market, having coffee with friends, or stepping into a dinner party. Same age, similar outfits. But somehow one woman always looks more refined, more polished, as if everything about her just fits together. The secret isn't money or designer labels. It's the bag she's carrying and how it works with her proportions, her outfit, and her presence. So many women like us hold on to bags we've loved for 10, even 20 years, thinking they're still neutral or practical. But fashion evolves, and the wrong handbag can quietly age you, distort your silhouette, or send a message that no longer reflects who you are today. The right one, on the other hand, can lift your entire look even when you're in simple jeans and a tee. That's why in today's video, we're talking about 5 types of handbags women over 50 and 60 should consider letting go of, along with timeless alternatives that add elegance, confidence, and ease to your everyday style. These aren't rules. They're insights I've seen transform the way many women I work with feel in their clothes and in themselves. So if you're ready, make sure you subscribe to Chic Over 50 so you don't miss more style secrets designed for women like us. And now let's begin with the first bag on the list. It may look practical on the surface, but in reality, it could be the very thing holding your elegance back. Part 1. Slouchy oversized tote. A handbag should lift your look, not drag it down. And that oversized tote you've been carrying for years. It may be quietly making you look older than you really are. I know that bag feels safe. It fits everything: your wallet, your keys, your water bottle, even half the contents of your kitchen if you wanted it to. It's the kind of bag that has history, maybe even memories. But here's the problem. A slouchy tote doesn't just carry your belongings. It collapses your posture, hides your shape, and makes even your most elegant outfit look a little weighed down. Think about what happens when you set it down. It puddles into the floor like laundry. When it hangs from your shoulder, it sinks and pulls, stretching in ways that don't flatter anyone. And the truth is, as we get older, structure becomes the secret ingredient to elegance. A bag with crisp lines and firm edges does more than hold your things. It changes the way you stand, the way you walk, the way you feel about yourself. I've seen the difference so many times. The moment a woman switches from a floppy canvas tote to a structured leather bag, her whole presence shifts. Shoulders roll back, chin lifts, and suddenly even a pair of jeans and a simple tee look intentional. One woman told me, "I feel taller, like I've pulled myself together without even trying." That's what the right bag can do. So what should you look for? Choose a tote or satchel that can stand upright on its own. Skip the oversized versions. Your bag shouldn't feel like a suitcase. Aim for medium size, with room for what you truly use and nothing more. Go for timeless tones. Camel, chocolate, navy, or ivory. These colors won't scream for attention, but they'll quietly elevate everything you wear. Details make all the difference. Minimal hardware, short handles, subtle stitching, each adds polish without fuss. Even your hairstyle can join the story. A softly layered bob with warm caramel highlights pairs beautifully with a camel leather tote, creating a harmony that feels refined but approachable. So let me ask you, do you have a tote that's been with you for a decade or more, but now looks a little tired? Maybe it's time to let it rest. Because a handbag shouldn't weigh you down, it should lift you up, inside and out. And once you experience how structure transforms not only your outfit, but your confidence, you'll start to notice something else. It's not just oversized totes that can sabotage your look. Even some of the practical favorites we carry every day can slowly chip away at elegance. Part 2. Sporty nylon crossbody. It's light, it's practical, and it goes everywhere with you, but that sporty nylon crossbody might be quietly flattening your style. These bags are designed for function. Zippers everywhere, straps that cut diagonally across the body, fabric that wipes clean after a trip to the market or a day of travel. And for those purposes, they're perfect. But when that same bag becomes your everyday companion, something gets lost. Instead of adding polish, it makes your outfit look unfinished, even a little careless. Here's the thing. Crossbody bags aren't the problem. It's the sporty, nylon versions that send the wrong message. The droopy shape and plastic buckles lean casual in a way that clashes with tailored jackets, silk blouses, or even a simple structured coat. And the long, thin strap slicing across your torso, it often emphasizes areas you'd rather soften. drawing attention to the bust or disrupting the clean lines of a blouse. In photos, these bags can literally cut your silhouette in half. But the good news is, you don't have to give up comfort for elegance. The right crossbody can offer both. Look for one with structure, something that holds its shape rather than collapsing against your body. A leather or refined vegan leather option is ideal. And if it comes with interchangeable straps, even better. A classic leather strap for days you're dressed up, and a woven or canvas strap for casual outings. It's like having two bags in one. Colors matter here too. Instead of the usual black nylon, try rich neutrals, olive green, espresso brown, or a soft burgundy. These shades blend seamlessly with most wardrobes and instantly look more elevated. And pay attention to the hardware. Less is more. A single clasp or clean flap says confidence without trying too hard. Even small details can elevate the whole look. Picture a sleek leather crossbody paired with a low bun and soft gold earrings. Suddenly, the same hands-free convenience feels refined, intentional, and grown up. It's not about losing practicality, it's about choosing a version that complements who you are today. So let me ask you, do you rely on a sporty nylon crossbody as your go-to bag? If so, is it lifting your style or quietly pulling it down? Because once you realize how much difference the right crossbody can make, you'll start to see another truth. Sometimes it's not about practicality at all. Sometimes it's about the signals our accessories send. And few things send a louder signal than the logo splashed across a handbag. Part 3. Loud logo designer bags. Big logos used to feel glamorous. Today, they often just feel outdated. There was a time when carrying a bag splashed with bold initials or oversized patterns felt like the ultimate status symbol. We wore them with pride, and they did their job. They made sure everyone noticed. But here's the shift that sneaks up on us. What once felt like power now starts to look like we're trying too hard. Loud logos don't age as gracefully as we do. They follow trends, and trends by nature expire. By the time we reach this season of life, we don't need a handbag to announce us. Our presence, our confidence, our lived experience that already speaks volumes. A logo across the front doesn't make us look current. It often pulls us back to another decade, distracting from the elegance we've worked so hard to embody. So what's the alternative? Simplicity. But with intention, choose bags that whisper sophistication instead of shouting for attention. A gray leather satchel with clean lines, an oxblood crossbody in supple leather, a saddle brown top handle with subtle stitching. No monogram, no giant initials, just quiet craftsmanship that lets the quality of the material and the silhouette do the talking. These are the kinds of details that feel timeless, not trendy. I've watched women make this switch and the difference is striking. One friend traded her loud, logo-heavy tote for a minimalist oxblood crossbody. The first comment she received wasn't about her bag, it was, "You look incredible today." That's the power of restraint. When the bag stops competing, people see you. And don't forget, your style story is about the whole picture. Loose waves with soft silver streaks look stunning against the simplicity of a logo-free satchel, echoing the same theme. Refined. Natural. Confident. Add small touches, muted gold hardware, rich stitching, and suddenly the entire look feels elevated without saying a word. So let me ask you, are there still loud logo bags sitting in your closet from decades past? And if so, do you think they're telling the story you want to share today? Because once you embrace the beauty of understatement, you'll begin to see another truth. Some bags aren't shouting with logos, but their size and shape might still be sending the wrong message. And that's where the next handbag mistake comes in. Part 4. Tiny shoulder bags. That little shoulder bag tucked high under the arm. What felt sleek at 30 often feels awkward at 60. There was a time when those tiny baguette-style bags ruled our closets. Early 2000s fashion loved them minimal straps, slim shape, barely enough room for a lipstick and keys. But what once balanced youthful proportions doesn't always translate gracefully as our bodies and posture evolve. Instead of adding polish, these miniature bags can throw off the entire silhouette. Here's why. Short straps force the bag to sit high under the arm, often creating bulk around the bust and shoulders. The slim, delicate size tends to exaggerate the torso while clashing with longer, flowier garments we often gravitate toward in this season of life. A sharp blazer, a draped cardigan, even a tailored coat, they all deserve a bag substantial enough to match their presence. When the proportions don't align, the bag looks like a leftover piece from another decade, rather than part of a refined style today. That doesn't mean shoulder bags are off limits. It just means the proportions need to evolve with you. Consider crescent-shaped styles that skim gently at the waist instead of cutting across the bust. A small, structured hobo bag in pebbled leather offers the same ease but with a modern, polished edge, or try a mini satchel with a strap long enough to let the bag rest naturally at the hip. Each of these choices creates balance rather than breaking it. Colors can also work in your favor. Slate blue feels modern. Caramel brings warmth. Ivory adds freshness. And deep berry offers richness without being overwhelming. Pair the look with soft details. Think a layered bob at shoulder length with gentle curls. A hairstyle that mirrors the softer lines of a crescent or hobo bag. Add subtle jewelry and the effect is instantly elevated. Intentional, graceful, and quietly chic. So let me ask, do you still have a tiny shoulder bag that looks charming on the hanger but feels a bit forced when you put it on today? Maybe it's time to let it go and embrace a version that matches not just your outfit, but the woman you've become, because style at this stage isn't about clinging to what once worked, it's about curating pieces that feel aligned, modern, and supportive. And nowhere is that more important than in the evening. When the wrong sparkly clutch can steal the spotlight from the most radiant thing in the room, Part 5. Over-embellished evening bags. Sparkles can be fun, but too much shine from your handbag often steals the spotlight in all the wrong ways. Many of us still have that rhinestone-studded clutch or sequined evening bag tucked in the back of our closet. At one point, it felt dazzling, the kind of accessory that promised glamour at a wedding or cocktail party. But as time passes, those over-embellished bags often start to feel less elegant and more distracting. Instead of highlighting your presence, they pull attention away from it. The truth is, the most radiant glow in the room should never come from rhinestones or glitter. It should come from your skin, your smile, your posture. When a clutch sparkles louder than you do, the balance tips in the wrong direction. And while those bags had their moment, that moment doesn't always need to follow us into this season of life. The good news, elegance doesn't require giving up evening bags, it simply asks for refinement. Instead of glitter and sequins, look for textures and finishes that reflect light softly. A navy velvet clutch that feels rich without being loud. A bronze satin bag that catches candlelight like a whisper. Or a muted rose gold metallic with a brushed finish elevated, but never overwhelming. These kinds of details create the perfect background for your natural beauty to shine. Shape matters too. Structured silhouettes always feel more polished than floppy ones. A slim top handle bag, a refined box clutch, or a small shoulder bag with gentle curves all create space for grace. And don't forget practicality. Your evening bag should hold more than a lipstick. You deserve room for reading glasses, your phone, and the little comforts that let you relax and enjoy the evening. Even your hairstyle can play into this refined approach. An elegant chignon with a pearl hairpin or a shoulder-length bob swept softly back pairs beautifully with a velvet or satin clutch. The effect is cohesive and timeless. Effortless elegance rather than showy glamour. So let me ask you, if you were heading to an evening event tonight, would you choose the light bouncing off sequins or the glow that comes from your own presence? Because in the end, true sophistication doesn't need to shout, it only needs to reflect the woman you've become. And there, you have it. 5 handbags that may once have served us well, but now risk pulling our style, and even our posture, in the wrong direction, from oversized totes to over-embellished clutches. The truth is clear. It's not about how much you spend, but about choosing pieces that support the woman you are today. Because a bag doesn't just carry your belongings, it carries your energy, your story, and the way you step into every room. Letting go of styles that no longer flatter you isn't about discarding memories. It's about making space for new elegance, for accessories that lift you up instead of weighing you down. Women like us deserve bags that reflect our confidence, our grace, and the richness of life we've earned. Not perfection, just alignment with who we've become. So the next time you reach for a handbag, ask yourself, does it still serve me, or is it holding me back? If this video inspired you, I'd love for you to join me here at Chic Over 50. Subscribe. Be part of this community of women redefining elegance after 50, and let's keep discovering style that feels effortless, authentic, and beautifully ours.